for the selected consortium innovation leaders. Dear EN colleagues, welcome on board. It will be a great pleasure to work with you in the next 2 years for assisting the innovative companies in participating to the EIC Accelerator. Also, through the EEN2EIC project, the EN network will be able to play a crucial stakeholder role for the European Innovation Council in supporting the women-led companies and the companies from widening in the associated countries. And this is a great opportunity. Today, we have the pleasure to have Gregor Zambrosiewicz, Deputy Head of Unit of the EIC Accelerator with us as a speaker. Welcome, Gregor, and thank you for having accepted our invitation. The purpose of the webinar is to offer insights into the role of the Consortium Innovation Leader and the IT platform of the EEN2EIC website, and to offer also an overview on the EIC Accelerator program. This will be only the first of the days we intend to organize. I can anticipate that on May 12, we will organize an online training on the EIC Accelerator application form submission for the selected consortium innovation leaders and also for the local nodes of the call number 2. The training is organized by InnovLoop within the Lightroom project that develop digital training tools for the EIC platform. We would keep you updated on upcoming events. I also want to tell you that we are working very closely with the NCP network to make available the tools developed by the NCP network to the EN network and to create new ones together. It's already available on our website, the pitch deck guide that the Access to AC project prepare for the presentation of the short application. We think that is really important, make synergies with the other network, don't overlapping the activities, using resources in the best possible way. Before giving the floor to Vitas, I want to confirm that we will be contacting you in the coming weeks for the signing of the sub-grant contracts as required by the terms of the call. We are awaiting the selection of the local nodes of the call number 3 on the Seal of Excellence that has been postponed to the 5th of May in order to sign a single contract with the EN who will play more than one role. So we can start. Please, Vitas Kalinauskas is the project manager of the Lithuanian Innovation Center, partner of the EEN2EIC project. He will speak about the role of the seals in the EEN2EIC project. Please, Vitas, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Marco. I'll share my slides. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so hello, everyone. I'm Vytautas, or Vytas shortly, from Lithuanian Innovation Center. I'll tell a few words about the role of SILS in this project and the activities we will together be working on. So first of all, about the role. So we are very happy that you have joined the project and that will be the local ambassadors of EEC Accelerator in your EN consortium and on a national level. It will be a great possibility for you to share the knowledge about EEC Accelerator with your colleagues in the consortium, spread the message among the companies. Also, we will work together to identify the support needs, what we can do in terms of trainings or events to get better understanding about this instrument as such and the best practices. And also, one of the your responsibilities will be to engage your local EN network to achieve impact, which means to have more companies applying for accelerator and more companies winning. So about the activities, so probably you already know that one of the vouchers for consortium innovation leaders is when 10 cases arrive from your consortium, and it can be either 10 cases which are coming from women-led companies, or it can be 10 cases which arrive from widening or associated countries. And this applies to all consortium innovation leaders, everyone who is in this project. Also, in this project, we have a focus on widening and associated countries, and we have extra capacity building activities for them. So the next few slides are more for widening and associated countries and how we will work with them in the upcoming months. So first of all, in the upcoming few weeks, I will initiate an individual call with each widening and associated country with a few questions about the current situation in the country, how many companies are in the pipeline, how many companies are applying to the accelerator, how many EN advisors are working with this topic, what's the relation with NCP network, and what's the that's how we will better understand the needs of trainings for the upcoming months. So that's the first part, and then also we will expect you to have to make few events to spread the message about the EC accelerator. The first one will be the kickoff event on a national level. It can be either face-to-face or online. And the main message of this event is to gather together all your EN consortium members. I mean, the people who are working directly with companies, and tell them more about the accelerator. So what are the benefits of applying, which SMEs are eligible. So once they see the potential applicant, they can refer this applicant to you, or they would know how to work further with this. We will provide you a PowerPoint with this relevant information about accelerator. So no worries about that, but your role will be to discuss it with your local EN consortium. So the second event is the training and exchange of best practice. So this event is for your EN advisors throughout the country, and we advise you not to hurry too much with this event. You still have time, around 2 years, to organize this event. We advise you to plan it and make it together with some other EN event. It can be, I know, EEC Info Day or some other EN event, which will happen in the upcoming period. And within the scope of this event, you can make a training for your EN advisors to according to the needs which they will express in the upcoming months. Also, we foresee to make a cross-border coaching, and this is targeting the SMEs, which will be applying for the accelerator. So these SMEs can receive coaching from experienced experts, and within the scope of this event, you can invite. You can choose from the pool and invite the experienced experts to help your companies to get a sharp focus on their business plan and better concentrate on writing the proposal, which is the winning one. So this is part 2 about the events, and also part 3 is the trainings which we will do from our side. As Marco has already mentioned, we have already planned the first one, together with our partners in Lightroom project. This workshop will focus on the EEC AI platform. So it will tell the user journey which company will face while applying for a short application. So you can also get a better understanding about this, and then you can better explain for the company what to expect when writing the short application, and yeah, what are the questions, and how to and what's the knowledge framework behind it. So meaning, what are the theoretical concepts which ended up in concrete questions which you will see in the AI platform. So this will be about the short application, and later we will announce the workshop about the long application, but it will be in the upcoming months. So that's the first training, and we'll have more in the future. So also the last thing for me is that soon in our platform, EEN2EIC platform, we'll have a sub-page called repository, where you can find useful resources about the accelerator as such. I mean, all these resources are already available online. It's just that we wanted to make it easy for you to have it in one place, and so once you need it, you have it in one place. So this will be soon available on our website, and we will update it, so you have the one place where you can check all information about the accelerator. So that was it from me, and if you have more questions, we can take it in the end of this meeting. So thank you, everyone. And Marco, I hand it over to you.
Thank you, Vitas. I see that already there are questions in the chat, but we will keep the question at the end. Now I want to give the floor to Gregor Sambrosiewicz, that is the Deputy Head of Unit of the EIC Accelerator. Thank you, Gregor, for accepting our invitation. The floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you see my slides?
Yes.
If I move them, you can see them, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So thank you very much, Marco, for organizing this conference, this get-together for the EEN2EIC. I only want to emphasize how important your project for us is. The statistics of our calls shows clearly that there are two main parts of Europe that are underperforming at our level, meaning they don't submit, they are too shy, and they are also not that successful. except for Estonia, who's super successful. And we need your help to boost this part of Europe, which are the widening countries. And at the same time, we need your help to motivate, to boost the willingness to encourage women innovators to submit and request for support to make their companies grow. My management, senior management, emphasized this on several times, the importance of this program. And I'd like to emphasize that whenever there is a need of me being part of any of your events, that I saw Vytautas has listed so many of them, and I'm happy to participate in them, let it be in person or online. I'm available. If I'm not available, I'm going to organize someone from the unit to be there at your disposal to present to you the accelerator, um, and explain to you all the details, as well as answer all your questions, because the most important is that EEN understands accelerator inside out. So after this very short introduction, I will go to the EIC explanation about the accelerator, what we do, and what are the main lines. So I have very little time, but I would like to be as concise as possible. I'd like to give you a bit of a overview about our main achievements last year. So as you see, we have a very big budget of 10 billion euros. This is for the whole innovation pillar of Horizon Europe. The budget for us only is around 3 billion euros, and there are, as you know, we are here to boost the European innovation ecosystem with other programs. We are here in implementation of 2023 work program that I have mentioned here at the bottom of this slide. The most important part, it shows to you here the journey of companies that go from the early stage, from TRL 1 and 4, where the idea is being developed, through transition and then coming to us to accelerate. An accelerator is to bring the deep tech breakthrough innovation to the market. If we look here at the application number of applications is enormous. We run the evaluation as we speak. There are 4 times per year evaluation processes. We have very short time to grant. We try to do it within 5-6 months, and as you know, EIC fund has also moved on and makes a great progress. We have employed in the EASMEA, in the EIC program managers who help to help build specific portfolios in specific areas. You say like in energy or in quantum technology or in space. And these are not visible to you, but they are working internally and helping us in the evaluation process in building portfolios in specific areas. In 2023, the budget is large. For accelerator only is 1.13 billion euros, and there are a few novelties here. The main one for us is that we have challenges, of which I'm going to speak later. There are specific EIC challenges that have been built, more details in more detail in this work program. If you look at the timeline of our work this year, the next cutoff is June and October. You see budget is going more or less 50-50 for both open calls and challenges calls. So as you see, at the very beginning, we gave more time to applicants to be here, to have more time to prepare the challenges. That's why we opened the challenges only in March. So we had our first cutoff of March evaluated very recently. If we go into the challenges, you see here on the right-hand side, we have €500 million for challenges. And these are challenges that have been selected based on the analysis of the European market, what is needed, where we need to boost our competitiveness in Europe. And it goes without saying, it's quantum technology. These are novel technologies for resilient agriculture. It's for space, decontamination. It's related to COVID. Health-wise, we're looking here at novel biomarkers, but also in terms of Green Deal, we're looking here at the European Bauhaus and architecture and bringing more novelties to our construction by digitalizing it to make sure that we decarbonize it. In as for accelerator as such, probably you know it very well, but we are looking here for startups and SMEs to scale up, to make sure that their innovations are brought to the market, that they create new markets. We're looking here only at deep tech, at companies that brought sophisticated engineering into their technologies, that they will be bringing scientific discovery. So we are here to support these ones who are too risky for private sector, and the significant funding is needed for a longer time frame. So we are called patient investors. Budget-wise, you probably know it's around 2.5 million euros, up to 2.5 million euros. It's important that doesn't go beyond, because then the procedure of award decision is very different. And we reimburse up to 70% of the eligible cost. And as you know, small,
Oh
we
my
are
God,
talking.
mega flood.
We have here eligible companies, SMEs, but also um, uh, small mid caps that are eligible only for investment part, not for the grant. In terms of investment, we invest in companies up to 15 million euros in the form of equity or quasi-equity. We never go beyond 25%. On average, we go for 9%, and we stay in companies as long as the company needs until the company is ready to exit. We have 4 instruments, as you know. It's grant only, grant first, investment only, and grant and investment, which is called the blended. The most important, and the ones that I think is that we should concentrate, is grant only, grant first, and blended. Investment only is difficult because a company needs to have a preceding grant with us, with Accelerator, which makes things much more complicated, and a award decision takes very long time. What is essential is to look for you to understand who are you looking for. And SMEs, especially in widening countries, it will be not a problem to find the ones that have a turnover lower than 50 million euros. However, sometimes in widening countries, the problem is with the number of employees, because normally these companies can be much larger, but still lower turnover. So we have to make sure that you look for companies that are ready to join us. They have to make sure that they respect the rules of the definition of what SME is. Small mid caps are also accepted, but a high number of employees, as you see, and but they are only for investment part. What you see here, natural persons are eligible to apply. However, whenever they submit a full proposal, they need to already have a legal entity, meaning set up a company. Companies that are in non-associated countries, they can also apply, but they have to relocate to Europe. As you know, associated countries are all also eligible, and of course 27 member states as well. This goes without saying. As you probably already know, we support innovation and the market deployment actions. And this is something very critical for you to understand. Whatever we do, we always need to reach the market with all our activities. So if it's grant only, grant first, or blended, it has to end up with a product, with a technology, with a solution service that will reach the market and be commercialized. As you know, the process of evaluation is not easy. It's quite structured. It's quite time demanding. However, we end up having very good proposals, the one that managed to reach the market, and they are we have already 12 unicorns. In order to go through this whole procedure is 3 stages, as you know. We have short proposal, which is very easy for companies to submit. It's 10-pager of companies that propose in a few pages. If you could mute Carmen, I think. We need short proposals, then we go for full proposals, and then we go for interviews. And as you probably know, the next stage of interviews that we are organizing is end of May, and we are already ready to go for it. And we will have them here in Brussels for experts. However, companies will be doing this remotely in the future. Probably at the end of the year, we'll start inviting companies to come over here. We'll be paying for them or coming over here. In terms of numbers, we have very impressive amount of grants that we have signed, and as you can see on the left hand side, I have split this table into 2 parts. It's Horizon Europe on the left hand side, and underneath you see the total pilot. From the pilot, we have signed all the grants. From the Horizon Europe, we have already until now selected 402 companies, and 336 already have signed the contracts, the grants. So it's nearly 90%. And as we speak, contracts are being signed. On the right-hand side of the slide, you see the investment components that is being implemented, and out of 90 that are in Horizon Europe, 23 already have been signed and executed and money sent out. This is a big thank you for your attention. I'm again thanking for inviting me over here. I'm available to join any of your events, and I'm happy to answer any questions. And if it's possible, because I have an issue with time, if I could get my questions now, I would be really grateful for it now, because then afterwards I have another event that I have to run to, and I'd like to answer the question now if possible. Marco, would it be acceptable for you?
Okay, sure. So let's check some question for you. Reyes asked the participation in the challenges have the same requirements as the open call, I guess.
Yes, the requirements are the same, meaning in terms of a company needs to have the same rules go as for open calls. However, in the evaluation criteria, we go deeper and we check if the specific project that is submitted, the proposal, is following what we request in the current challenge. So this is very demanding. We have very good experts that have been selected by program managers who check the relevance of a specific proposal to the challenges.
Okay, thank you. Marion asked, help me understand the rationale here. Do you wish for more EIC applicants when the success rate is around 6% in best cases for a very heavy and time-consuming application process?
Sorry, I think I need to see the chat to better understand. Who is the question from? Marianne?
Marion. Michael.
Yeah.
Michael. Hi, Marion.
Hi. I mean, it's a question that is a bit loaded, I think. It's more like
I fully understand you.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense what you're saying. But I think this is to receive a fund from the EIC Accelerator is giving you an amazing opportunity. It's opening you the doors, not only to funding that you won't be able to get from elsewhere because your technology is not mature enough to be supported by banks. The investments, the venture capital that we provide is for early stage, for risky projects, for high risk technologies, for the project that has high potential to build new markets, to bring, I would say, the most innovative solutions on the market. And apart from cash, that is non-reimbursable, which is grant, plus the investment, the package is very interesting, very attractive. But in addition, we provide business acceleration services, and we bring these companies to the big producers, to the big companies in the world: Airbus, BMW, ABB, but also to Americans. We have also Procter & Gamble. So we help this company not only to develop the solution, but also we help them to be part of the supply chain of the biggest companies in the world, and also we bring them to the biggest investors, in the qualified investors, the one that will be taking their hand and taking them to the market. So I think it's worth the
fully
battle.
understand that. I totally agree with you. However, it's very hard to encourage companies when the success rate is so low.
Totally.
That we should do this, and you should invest all this money, time for an SME in a process that is not really simplified for their. Yeah. So
The
it's
number
only.
we have 12 unicorns, we have 50 centaurs. Companies manage to reach the skies. And if the company want to have a big success, we are the ones that help companies grow and attain their dreams. And we are here facilitators together with the EEN.
Thank you, Gregor. Now Martin Vieira raised the hand. Martin, you want to intervene on this topic? I see this end, but maybe Martin don't hear us.
I have Monica here questions about the application process submission. Yes, this is something that has been discussed. The EIC board has advised us to work on improving the submissions. We are hands-on this. We are working on this. So there is progress being made, and you will hear about the progress with a better news for companies.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. So do you foresee some specific timeline for this? When this will, when we can expect simplifying it? Because I understand that it's a very competitive call.
Yeah.
Or program, and that's all fine. But the application process is really quite heavy. So this would significantly help. So do you foresee some specific timeline for simplification of it?
Monica, it's a very good question, and I am all here to help companies to have the easier submission process. As you know, we are a young program, and we learn day by day, and we have built the system with our best intentions, having the best expertise on the market. However, as you know, in order to build this is an iPhone, there were thousands of people who were working and checking and testing. And iPhone at the beginning was not the best, but now we have fantastic products. So give us some time. I cannot promise to you any miracles overnight, but we are working on this, and I can't promise with any timeline here, but I can only tell you we are working on this, and to help SMEs.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Martin Vieira asked about the EIT fast track plugin. Martin, you want to explain orally the question?
Let's try. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, great. Yes, I think I mean I share the concern with Marian. It was not so much I think on the value of EIC, which we see that the companies that go through, they have access to a range of services, they get access to capital. I mean the program is in that way I think is good, is the European ambition, which we recognize is needed. It's more on well, we have this conversation in parallel about the very complex application process, particularly the AI platform and the volume of work to create a 160-page business plan, which has very large costs associated for the SMEs who hire consultants and need to give, a significant share of the companies to the consultant just to write the application. And so the EIC, the plugins and the fast tracks, for me, they're, a good idea, but we only skip the step one, which is, the simplest one. My understanding from the EIT plugin is that the companies that were submitted were less successful than the companies that went through the EIC. So effectively, the fast track under the EIT doesn't seem to be either targeting the right companies or there's something that's off. So here, I think what I'm struggling to see is what is, how we make sure that these, this plugin adds value to the companies so that they reach in stage 2 in a better shape that if, they just went through the regular process. And I think, this is kind of what we're trying to do here with this access to EIC. But considering there's already experience, what are we doing specifically to help this program be effective?
Martin, excellent question. The plugin and fast track have been negotiated with member states. They were requested by member states to bring programs from member states to have a easier and faster access, to bring the la crème de la crème from national programs to the EIC Accelerator, to let them go beyond the borders of their own countries, to go Europe-wide and global. So this was negotiated with member states. We have we have answered the question, we have built the program. It was very time-consuming. However, we really hope that it will be helping these companies to, by skipping step 1, already helps them to already the first step 1, the statistics is around 60-70% is a success rate. So it's already more or less every other companies has been rejected. So, and the work that is done by EIT and for Fast Track, for example, helps companies to guide them, to shape the proposal in such a way that it will be successful. So I think it's good to work with the EIT and with all the KICs, and the preparation is already there. So for me, it's kind of difficult to understand, to respond how KICs are working, but we are in contact and we are collaborating to make sure that they choose the right companies. This is what's required. This is a facilitating program to bring other programs together to collaborate. And I think they've been only several cutoffs where companies from plugins, probably from Fast Track plugins, there are very few that have submitted. So I think it's a learning process of companies who submit, and we only hope that they will be better and better and more successful. Again, very competitive call. I do understand this. Frustration is there. I talk to companies. The best one are being chosen. What else can I say?
Thank you. Now, Emilio Carreras of BP France.
Yeah,
want to
thank
intervene.
you. Thank you very much, Marco. Only to complete Gregor's point of view and to give a larger scope to our colleague from IT. We're in the implementation IC plugin 2. we're really in the starting point to send the enterprise to the enterprise to ESMEA, sorry, and we are working together with ESMEA to maximize the identification and sourcing of best enterprise, as you say, the creme of the creme, the creme de la creme, and we agree with the selection process is hard because for us, at least for the France side, we spent at most more than 5 months in the identification, the selection, and the evaluation, because we are engaged in the co-implementation of the program. And as Gregor said, this is a pilot for us for the plugin. And that's going to be supported by EEN2EIC, because in the next steps, the enterprise is going to be taken by the EEN network for the support of the step 2. And this is why we are proud that you are part of here, because you are going to send the enterprise for the step 2. And as Gregor said, the step 1 is one pre-filter of the capacity of the enterprise, of the impact, excellence, and risk. But the full proposal shows the really impact. So we encourage you to share with us your return of experience, because we are preparing in another project, Access to IC, webinar for share the experience with other members about this implementation. So return experience for this project of plugin will be maybe the next year. But in this moment, we think that we're engaged with ESMEA to the good implementation with this project. This is why Gregor explained that.
Thank you, Emilio. Gregor, I don't know if you should run now.
I want to
maybe.
thank you. I see there are no other questions. Again, I'm at your disposal. I want to say here a very quick word. Thanks to Bibiana Dantas, who is here with us. And we met recently in Portugal, and I'm very happy that you're with us and that you are making progress with that you have submitted your application. I'm very happy to see courageous people around taking decision on the spot, seeing the potential. And thank you very much for this Portuguese extremely very good approach. So thank you, Bibiana, and other colleagues from Portugal. But I'm sure I'm thanking to all of you. I'm just saying this, Viviana, because I can see her. Again, big thanks to you. Very happy to be here. Please do not hesitate to contact me back. I'm here to help you. We have to actually, it should be win-win. If EN, that's EN to help companies in widening countries, but also women innovative companies all around Europe.
Thank you,
so much.
Gregor. Thank you, Gregor, on behalf of all the partners of the consortium. You always are supporting us with your precious help and your quality interventions. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So now we move to the presentation of the IT platform with Achilleas Barlas, that is the project manager of Praxi and also the coordinator of the EN Greek Consortium. Please, Achilleas.
Yeah, Marco, thanks for the great introduction. Once again, hello everyone, nice to see you again. So we're going to have a showcase of the dedicated EEN2EIC platform. So actually we're going to explain once more how you could register your cases and also report your case. But before that, and also to make your life easier, I'm going to put in the chat the link of the guide, EEN2EIC guide, that you could also read. I think it's quite easy and maybe also will be helpful for you. So of course it's available on our website. However, I know it's easier for you to use this link right now and store the file in your computer. So let's start then. Okay, I'm gonna start from the official EEN2EIC website. Probably you have seen that also in the past. So this is the website. And if you want to go to, you can, of course, all relevant information about our project is here. You can read the activities and have an idea of what's about. But if you want to register your case and also register the platform, you have to follow EEN2EIC tool that you see the button in the right up corner. So we go here. Hopefully it will work. Okay. Okay, I have to log out from here because otherwise you cannot see the whole process. Okay, so when you first land on the page, you will see this page here. So you have two options. If you have already an account, of course, you log in normally. However, most of you, if you don't have an account, then you have to create a new account. So you can go here, create new account, and you have to write some information. So your first is your email, first name, last name, country, your organization name, your organization ID. You can see that you can find this information from EN platform, where you can find actually the organization ID, the consortium name, and the contract number of your consortium. So you can find all this relevant information from the website, from the EN website, community, or connect. And you have to write this information, this relevant information here. So out of your personal information, let's say, we need also organization ID, the consortium name, and the consortium number. That's called contract number. Okay, so you create a new account, and instantly you will receive an activation code to your email, and then you can go on this page and log in normally. So as long as you log in, okay, you will go to the main page. Is this one? Okay, so this is the main landing page here, where you see that there are 3 different steps. The first one is the company registration, step number 1. Then it's the action plan. That means that you have already registered the case and actually provide the services to the company. And then is the reporting. So when you've finished your support, then you have to report the outcome of your support. So let's start from the beginning. You see some dummy cases here that I use for demonstration and showcases like today. So let's create a new one. The first thing you have to do is to add new case. You see that button here. So I add a new case. You provide the name of the company. I have to create one more dummy case. I think it's going to be number 8. Okay, and then you select the country. Okay, thanks for the comment. I will increase the zoom, so I think now it will be better. Okay, that's great. Okay, actually, just to let you know, thanks for the comment. Then you have to select the country. Okay, let's choose this. Okay, and then you save that. Okay, and the case you see is number 8. You see that here. In my cases, we have just created that case. It's number 8. It's Achilles test 8. So here you see the 3 different steps. So the first step is to register the company. Okay, so you click on the button. Here is the objective of exactly. I'm also reading the questions from the pop-up. Maybe it helps Marco to answer directly. So yes, first you have to register for yourself as an EN advisor, and for each case you have to follow the process that I will explain right now. I see also some other questions, but I think they're not relevant with the IT platform, probably will be answered later. So first you have to read the objectives and you click next, and then you have to register your first case actually. So you see that already the company name is there, and you have to insert the postal code of the company and the establishment year. Then there is a client short description. This is a non-mandatory field. However, okay, you can provide some information here. Then you have to provide the client website. This is a dummy URL here. then the type and the size, the turnover, and sector fields. You understand that if the case is already in your client journey in EN, you already have this information. Otherwise, you have to find this from the beginning. Then you have to provide the sector and the field. Here you can provide the multiple answers, of course. And then there's the most important questions here, because actually they are filtering questions, and they change actually the path, the route that you follow in the platform. So the first question is the company an academia spin-off? This is a non-filtering question, so you just answer yes or no. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the route that you will follow. But the next question is important one, because you understand that but the platform is not linked with the community, right? Yes, it's not although we have tried that. You understand that it's quite complicated to add the API of this platform to the community platform. And just to be honest, I don't want to make it more complicated as it is for the EN platform. So yes, they're not connected. But so you have to transfer, let's say, the information from EN platform to this one, but it's only this information. So, you know, all this descriptive information of the company. So the next question is if the founder, co-founder of the company is a woman, you know that the main priorities, target groups of the call is woman-led and companies from widening associated countries. So the first question we have to answer if founder, co-founder, or if it's a woman in a C-level of the company. So, okay, let's go for an example that it's yes. The next question is if the company is based in a widening country, and the next one if it's also in an associated country. So you understand that probably the company could also be female-led, but at the same time could be also based in a widening or associated country. It doesn't matter. Okay, it could be both. So it could be also woman-led and also from a widening or associated country. The other hand could be also non-woman-led, but also could be from widening or associated country. So now we provide an example for a case that the founder, let's say, for example, is a woman, and the company also is based in a widening country. Of course, it's not based in an associated country. And then there is actually filtering question once again. If the company intends to apply for the EIC accelerator, you understand that we have the two different paths actually. The first path is to support companies that they want to submit to the EIC accelerator, and the other path is the Seal of Excellence holders that we're going to find alternative sources of funding. So here you have to select which is the case actually. So if you want to support the company for the EIC accelerator, you click yes. And then you have to click next. So you finish this one. However, if the company has a Seal of Excellence, so it's a Seal of Excellence holder from the EIC, and wants to find alternative source of funding, then you click no here. And you see that there is one more question if the company is looking for alternative source of funding. So this is just to make sure that, just to clarify, okay. And here, as long as the company wants to apply for alternative source of funding, you press yes here. Then there is another one field. In that case, you have to help the company create a profile in EuroQT platform. Probably as long as the company is seeking also investors and funding, maybe very aware about the EuroQT platform. You are. It's a well-known platform for connecting companies and investors. So if not, you have to help the company create a EuroQT profile. I will not say more on that because also our colleagues from BPI France that are responsible for this platform are here. In case you need some more information about the EuroQT platform, I think it's better to ask them. However, as long as okay, yes, I know that will not work with Seal of Excellence, but I have to describe the whole platform. Okay, so here you have to insert the URL, and then also there is the URL of your equity platform, and also there is a non-mandatory field here from the amount of funding that they are looking for. So let's go for the initial scenario that the company wants to apply for. I see some questions. Maybe I have to answer them later. I will try. So let's go to the scenario that the company wants to apply for the EIC accelerator. So you go for yes. So in that case, you see that we have, let's say, a first filter. You understand that the main objective of the call is to increase the number of quality proposals, sort of full proposals. So it's important actually to go through this diagnostic test that is provided by EIC. So what you have to do here is together with the company, or I don't know if the company has provided you access to the diagnostic tool, whenever it's the case, then you have to go to this tool and run the AI diagnostic. After you get the results, you have actually to copy paste the results on this page. So let's see how this AI platform works. So you have to follow this link here, and as you go there, I don't know if probably you see you see, Marco, do we see the right page? I mean the EIC AI platform, or you keep seeing?
Yeah, EIC AI platform.
Okay.
You want to?
Just to make
we
sure that,
yeah, I mean, we have some minutes, so it's up to you.
I think it's quite important. I will go fast on that. Just let me know that
it is not possible for us to actually see what the company has for a result as a diagnostic unless they share their screen with us, because they enter the portal just like we enter with our EU login.
So Marian, they have to actually, if that is the case, they have to share the results with you. Okay, I will show you how we have to do that. So as long as they actually enter the platform, they have these three different options here. We have the discovery option that they will find the most relevant funding for their case. Also could be non-EIC case. And the diagnostic. So we go for the diagnostic. Okay, and they have to run the diagnostic. I will just provide a tease of how the diagnostic platform looks. Okay, it's this one. You see that I will say it's quite user-friendly. So actually, they provide information about their business model. You see what's the purpose of the project. It will be, I think, also training for using this AI tool. So this is just a demonstration here, just to know how it looks actually. You see that it's not so complicated. Actually, you provide the TRL level and what's the target group. Okay, so as long as you finish with that, I mean the company, then we have these diagnostic results here. Okay, here is the diagnostic results. So it's the scientific rating, the technological rating, and the potential market indicator. So you see the TRL, you see the different markets. So actually, we need this information here. The scale goes from A to C. Of course, A means that's a good fit. And when we say good fit, we mean actually it's based on benchmarking. And actually, what they're doing is they benchmark the model of your company to the cases that already have been funded or past the full application. So don't get discouraged if you see a lot of Cs. Just to make clear that this is it's just information. So it doesn't mean that if a company has a lot of Cs, it's not eligible to submit for EIC accelerator. However, it's an early warning that some things may have to change for the business model. And then we come then it's our role as EEN advisors to strengthen the business case of the company. So if we identify, let's say, a lack on technological rating or scientific rate, of course, if I press here, you see what all this means. I don't know if you see the pop-up window, but if you press on this, you see the explanation behind that. So you have to we have to support, if of course that's possible, because we understand very maybe it will be a case that they cannot change none of these things. So we have to identify, let's say, the weaknesses of the case. This tool is quite helpful, I will say, because it's an assessment tool, and then you can provide support to strengthen the case. So let's go fast. So we share this information. We take these these ratings here, and I'm going back to our case. Also, I just forgot to mention that, unfortunately, right now you cannot download a PDF file for this one. I think it will be in the next version. So actually, what you have to do here is to print the page and create a PDF file for your own. Because if we go here, you have to provide this information that already I've shown to you. Okay. And then here you have to upload the printing PDF file of the web page. So as long as you do that, then the case is ready and you can proceed further. Okay, you see that it's already registered here. So I have already registered my first case. Okay. So actually what you have to do here, if you want to follow, is you have to go again to the main page, because actually this is go back to the home page. And now the next step, as long as you see this is test number 8, and this is not green, it will be green as long as you are going to upload the PDF file. I haven't uploaded the PDF file for the diagnostic results, so it's not green. If I will upload that, then it will be green. So the next step is the action plan. So actually here you are going to provide the services and you are going to report the services that you have provided to the company to support them for submit the proposal. So here you have to describe the key points of the diagnostic that you have already run. What will be the objectives of the support services that you're going to provide? Here there is a list also for indicative services. If I press this one, there will be a list of indicative services that you can provide. And then you have to provide also information about the actions planned or already provided to the company related to their application. So actually, we provide some information here. Also, the deadline. So these actually are your actions. And here also you could update the implementation and the status. So this is what we're supposed to do. And if we go to the next field, we have here to provide what kind of information or actions we need from the side of the company. So let's say if we ask for the diagnostic results or we ask for some information that are important for us for provide support, then we have to provide this information here. The same one, we provide the deadline, but we ask the company to provide the information and the implementation status. So there is no other mandatory fields or the other. Also, if there is one stakeholder that we need, you need support from an external stakeholder, you could provide this information here. There is also one field at the bottom, what expected impact we are waiting for supporting the case, what actually we expect by supporting that case. And so we finish and we click submit. Okay, I have forgot something. Yeah, I didn't write the objectives. Here we are. Okay, so also now you see it's green. You see, I have already finished the action plan. So the final step is the reporting. So I press also, I click on the reporting button, click next. I confirm that I have already submitted the action plan, so the action plan field is already green. Then I select the type of a company, so if it's a woman-led or a widening associated country company, or if it's a seal of excellence holder. In case we have a case with that is a woman-led based in widening country, please select option A. So if we have widening and associated, please select group A. So go. The first question is now we are in the reporting, just to remind you, has the company submitted the short application of ECI Accelerator? Here you have three cases. It's yes, fast track pilot plugin seems, and no. So if you click on yes or fast track and pilot plug, it's the same, actually, because you move to the next to the next one. So let's say that if you click no, actually you just can save it like a draft and you can continue later, but you understand that it doesn't make sense as long as the company has not submitted short application to start the reporting. So let's say that the company has already submitted a short application. So here we select yes. Then we have to enter the PIC number of the company. This is only for cross-validation purposes. So if we have an audit from EIC to see the cases that they already have been supported, somehow we have to prove that the companies have submitted the EIC short application. So here we have to provide the PIC number. And the next question is if a company has submitted the full application for the EIC Accelerator. Here you can, of course, press yes, but you can just save the draft and click not yet. So here, if I click submit, actually is a draft version of the reporting. When the company receives the results of short application and apply for full application, then you can go and change that to yes or no, of course. Okay, so let's say that the company received a go to the short application and then then submitted a full application. Just to let you know that if the company has already submitted the short application, then you can claim the first type of voucher for 1,300 euros. And if the company continues also to the full application, then you have to follow the next steps. So you have to press here, select yes. And then there's the final question. If a company received funding or not, that means that the company received a go to the short application, a go to full application, a go from the jury, and received the EIC Accelerator funding. So the question here is yes. So if it's yes, actually we can claim also the second voucher, that is 2,400 euros. But if the company has not received the funding, so we select no here, and there is one question, if the company received the seal of excellence, because we understand during the jury, the company could be declined from funding, but accepted for seal of excellence. So also, if they receive the seal of excellence, this is considered as an achievement for the project. And then you select yes. So the company received the seal of excellence. You have to provide the seal of excellence ID, and the case it's over. So you can claim also a second type of voucher. Okay, and you submit the case. So that's all. I don't know. Of course, I will go very fast on this one, because you understand that if you follow the path on the reporting, and I will try to answer as more questions as possible. If you go to the path for seal of excellence, I know that you are seals, but just to be aware, because some of you maybe also support seal of excellence holders. So if you support seal of excellence holders but seeking alternative source of funding, you select Group C, and here you have to answer if the company applied for other sources of funding. So you help them to apply for other sources of funding. You select yes, what type of funding source the company has applied. You can select multiple options here. If the company received funding from these sources, yes or no. And if you select yes, then you have to identify from which source actually they receive the funding. And there is one non-mandatory question at the end, the total amount of funding received. You probably know that you can claim the voucher for Seal of Excellence.
Achilleas, sorry,
Yes?
this is Regis, but I am not seeing your screen. I don't know if you are working or doing something, but I think that I am not seeing it.
Really?
It's frozen at some point.
Yeah, I think
in which
now. No.
okay, now you can see that, okay? You can see
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm in the group number C, that's Seal of Excellence holders, and I selected yes, that the company applied for other sources of funding. What type of funding source actually they applied for? You can select multiple options here. If the company at the end achieved to receive the funding, and if yes, then you select from which source actually they received funding. And also there is a non-mandatory question for the amount of funding received. Just to let you know that you can claim the voucher in that case if you help the company apply for other sources of funding like VCs, business angels, ERDF, etc. So that's all for me. Let me.
Thank you.
Can I comment, Achilleas, one thing?
Yeah, of course. And I would
Just to
also
clarify,
answer
because
questions.
there's
Yeah.
also a question. What Achilleas just showed now, this is the work which the EN advisor has to do when registering the company. So we show it for you only because you know what is the procedure for EN advisor. It doesn't mean that you, as consortium innovation leader, will have to do this for each company. We just show it what's the procedure for advisor. So don't get confused that you will have to do it. We just want to explain you the process, that you know what's the procedure for EN advisor. Thanks.
Thanks, Vidas. There are plenty of questions, Marco. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's start from the last and then go up. The seals will not receive. Okay, will Marion ask, will the seals be provided with a list of applicants?
Can I answer that, Marco?
Okay. Start you and then.
Okay, so it's the question from Reyes. Reyes, no. In case you understand that as a seal, you can also provide support to the companies. So you can act also as a local node. So in case you do so, you can again claim also the voucher as a local node. Hope I answered on that question.
Yeah. The group leader, Reyes, is something else. Is for the support to Seal of Excellence. Now today we speak about the support to the applicants.
Yeah, I know. I am group leader, but I think that the question that Marianne was making is that the seals will be provided with the list of Seal of Excellence. And as far as I know, the seals are not going to be provided with this information. The group leaders will be provided with the Seal of Excellence information.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The seals will work only with the woman-led or with the widening, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you for helping me in replying.
Thank you.
Then
but Reyes, there will be more. I know a lot of cases that also will be seals and group leaders on the same time. Okay.
Then this Achilles is for you. Reyes asks, we can edit the cases.
Yeah,
if
of course.
We are working. Okay, you are reading the question.
The answer is yes. You can edit the case whenever you like.
Okay. Bibiana asks, how do we seals have access to the local nodes in our consortium that have submitted, and which kind of voucher, A or B? So you are the seals, you are the consortium innovation leader for your country. You should organize a meeting an introductory meeting in your country with the advisor, and then you can claim the voucher if you reach the 10 cases. It's like the local node is a role that can be included also after in the call. I mean, today, one organization in your consortium is not a local node, but on May can become local node. So it's up to you to make promotion of this possibility in your consortium. We don't have a definitive list of advisors. Okay.
Marco,
So
can
you
I help?
should
Can I
contact.
help here? Can I
Yeah.
help here? Okay, so actually what Vivian asks is if they have access to the number of cases from their local nodes in the consortium. So the answer here, Viviana, is that yes, we have access. We don't have access. So we will let you know how many cases have already applied for short application or full application from your consortium. That's why we ask for the advisors to provide information from the consortium they are part member of, and also their organization. So we know, let's say, for example, if the case has submitted a short application and we see that the consortium is the one that you are responsible, so this case is counted on for you.
Yeah. Are we allowed to create test companies in order to show the process for our local nodes?
Yeah, you can do that easily.
Okay.
But don't forget to delete them, of course, after that.
Does the seal has to register each case of the consortium, or can each advisor can create a profile on the EEN2EIC tool? No, the seal don't have to register, as Achilles said before, as Vitas said before. The registration should be made by the advisor, by the local node. Okay, it's not the consortium innovation leader that register the case. In some case, the consortium innovation leader can be also a local node. In that case, register the case. But if the consortium innovation leader don't have other role, it's not his task. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Carmen from CEMET in Valencia. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question. We are a consortium innovation leader, but we may apply also as a local node.
Yeah, sure.
Do we have to apply again for a local node, or do I have to do registration again? Or automatically I can be a local node?
Yeah. You just have to follow the advisors. You have just to follow the process I just showed. You understand that? Yeah.
I have to go through the process again.
There is no call, let's say, closed call for local nodes. They just have to register the platform, like I saw before, and register also the case.
Okay, thank you.
Do EIC plugin applicants need to perform the EIC diagnostic tool?
Okay, so Marinos, I think, asked that. Okay, yeah. So Marinos, you understand that in that case they go directly to the full proposal. So probably they already skipped that that part. So of course they don't have to submit that. It will not be green, but it doesn't matter. But they have to the reporting part to mention that they come from a plugin scheme.
Okay, again, Marinos, we can provide services to the company, register it to the EEN community, and claim our time spent on EEN project. No, Marinos, you cannot claim the time spent in the EEN2EIC project for the EEN project, if I understood correctly your question. Regarding the achievement, yeah, you want to intervene orally, Marinos, to explain better what you mean?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
So what I'm asking for clarification is that we can proceed with our ongoing EEN project, not the EEN2EIC, provide the services to the companies and claim our time for the provision of the services to the normal EEN project as EEN advisors. And then we are registering the companies in the EEN community as clients through the customer journey. And then we are registering the companies again in the EEN2EIC tool. And we receive this bonus of 1,300 euros per case.
Yeah,
this is correct, isn't it?
This is
Okay.
correct.
This is just
Yeah.
a clarification I just want.
Okay.
Yeah, but Marinos, however, this way is not mandatory. You understand that maybe the client that you will support through EEN2EIC, it doesn't mean that it necessarily should be also on a client card. Okay, it will make sense. It will make sense if
because for us are considered clients, and this kind of service is already in our proposal for the
okay.
for the
Okay, so
EN.
it depends. It depends with you. So yeah.
Yes, it is considered an advanced service to the company. So
that's not to create misunderstandings. So it's not mandatory to have a client card to the EN community to support the company. However, it makes sense because probably this client has the potential we need.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Olena, want to intervene? Please.
Hello, everyone. I have two questions. The first question: do you plan to organize a similar webinar for nodes, for advisors for countries? Because now for you more focused on innovation leader, but maybe it's have sense to organize maybe general event webinar for advisors for nodes too. It's the first question. The next question about access. Because in previous years we have maybe similar project about CAM and innovation cases. Maybe you remember this project, and CAM and coordinator have possibility to see all cases of a country. That's why a question. Innovation leader have access to see all cases which will be registered by nodes of his country, because how I will be know I reach my country reached them or not. I will each day contact nodes, or maybe I will have another access to the system and open, and we'll see how many cases already Ukraine, for example, reach. It's question about access and how communicate with nodes.
As also already asked, second question already answered that before. So we are going to inform you regularly which cases actually belong to your consortium. So you will know which cases have already registered in your cases, and also the progress we are doing. So you will know, let's say, how many short proposals have been submitted from your consortium, and how many full applications also have been submitted. So you'll be aware about the number.
For the new presentation, Achilles, I think that we can organize also for local nodes another presentation.
Of course, totally agree.
Thank you.
There is a good question, Marco from Bibiana. So I don't know if there is a other one.
Okay, I see another raised hand.
Reyes, I think.
Reyes.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. I have a question regarding the info session that you mentioned that we need to organize at a national level with the Consortium Innovation Leaders. How do you want us to organize that? Who is going to take the lead of that?
But please, let's clarify. You from which country you are? Because this...
I'm from Spain.
So you don't need... the national kickoff meeting is a capacity building activity only for widening and associated countries.
Okay, sorry.
The Consortium Innovation Leader
Perfect.
task, I want to repeat again, should only to have a meeting, a simple meeting within his consortium, and then if collect 10 cases, will be paid with this 5,000 euro. The consortium innovation leader in widening and associated countries have different tasks and different vouchers, as Vitas explained in the introduction. Thank you. Now I'm lost with the question, Achilles. You see.
I will answer the last one, that is quite important, and then I will also track the previous one. So Vivian asks if local nodes register cases that were supported previously, what is the limit date from 2022? So that's a good question. The cases are eligible from the 1st of September of 2022. So if you have cases that supported also, not because of EEN2EIC, but you support it, you can also report them through EEN2EIC. Also, one thing that we forgot to say here is that there will be maybe some cases that received the go in the sort application before the 1st of September, and now they need your support for the full application. So if that's the case, again, they're eligible. So all you have to do is to register the case again. And if the case submits the full application, then you are eligible for the same voucher from 1,300, the same as the short proposal. This is only for cases that you support for full application. They have previously received the go for short application.
Yeah. Maria Cristina, if we encode a company case in the tool as we are seal of our consortium, so also on behalf of our consortium partner, what happens if the short proposal is go and my partner wants to benefit for call to voucher? So we repeat again, is the local node that encode the case and not the consortium innovation leader.
Sorry, Marco, maybe
explain.
the question was not, I submitted the question before I understood how the whole thing works, because it was very confusing for me, actually. I thought, obviously I was wrong. I thought that as consortium innovation leaders, we had to encode the cases. So this is not the case, as I understood.
No.
So what I have to do is to let's say, raise awareness in my consortium for this project, and let's say support my partners with general activity, animation activity, and so on. And my partners will have to encode the cases in the platform. So obviously, as they will be for call 2, all partners will be eligible, let's say, that they have to encode the cases whenever they want. So if they want to encode a case there, they will be free to do it at any time, if I understand.
Yes.
So they will encode the company, and as consortium innovation leaders, I will not encode cases unless I have my own client that will apply. Okay, so this is clear now. It was not clear before for me. Now it's clear. What happens for call 3? Because there we will have only one organization as a local node, and in my consortium it's not me, so it's not the coordinator of the consortium, it's another organization which will play the role of local nodes. So what happens in that case? Is it the same thing, or will they upload the cases? So I think we have really to understand how how it works, the encodement of the cases, and also the support to the company for call 2 will be provided by each partner. This is clear. And for what concerns call 3, so for alternative
funding research,
alternative funding, will this support will be provided by the local node, or is it the same system, let's say, of the call 1?
No.
Thank you.
Jana, you want to reply, or I can reply and then you complement if needed.
You can start, Marco, and I will add some info if it will be needed.
The local node in call number 3 is the local node for supporting company in searching alternative funding, Seal of Excellence company. So this local node will have the list of the companies awarded with the Seal of Excellence in its territory, and will be the reference point for everything in our project, for uploading the case, for getting in touch with the companies. Okay, will be the local node is our reference point. Then we have the group leader that coordinate the action for the pitching events at multinational level. But the person that encode the case is the local node of the call number 3. Jana, you want to add?
Yes, and I think the question was more focused on how they will claim vouchers. It will be via the platform, as Achilles demonstrate before, yeah. For local nodes, not for group leaders. Group leaders will provide us the reports from pitching sessions.
Yeah, now we will send, as soon as we select the local node, we will contact you for signing the contracts. Okay. We were waiting because we want to sign only one contract if the organization is at the same moment Consortium Innovation Leader, Group Leader, and local nodes for call number 3. There was no reason to sign 3 different contracts. But we will provide you with this contract and with the reporting form that you should send us for claiming the vouchers. We strongly recommend you to start to say to the local node to start to encode the cases in the platform, because we should demonstrate as EEN network that the EEN network is active in these topics, want to support the innovative company, the deep tech companies. The EIC entrusted this role to the EEN, and the EEN should make a strong, a great work on it. So we really expect that you push the local advisor in starting to sending cases, because we know that for sure from the 1st of September you have already supported companies in the application. So what we want is to collect everything. We will pay these vouchers and everybody will be happy. So other questions?
On this regard, there is a question made by Ellen regarding the timing. So for the local node supporting the EIC accelerator, the registration of cases go from September 2022, while for call number 3, we go back to June 2021. So this is correct, this is the timing for the cases.
Okay, no, I want to explain better. The local node, the advisor we are talking about now for supporting the innovative company in the process of the application to the accelerator, can submit cases of assistance that were provided starting from the 1st of September. Okay. For the support to Seal of Excellence, the action will start as soon as we have the local node and we provide them with the list of cases. Okay. Then we write in the call that we will consider only Seal of Excellence from the cutoff June 2021. Okay, we will not have access to other data. We will consider only Seal of Excellence from June 2021. Why? Because our partners, our friends of BP France, teach us that a case is more, an older cases is already older for the investors. So we cannot consider Seal of Excellence of the obtained with the SME instrument period. We should consider only Emilio, if you want to complement to this topic, you please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Marco. To give one largest panorama of the evolution of the support of Seal of Excellence, 2016 we started support through Access for SME. This was a program focalized through the support to the Seal of Excellence. This action was presented to our friends who were in the Sofia workshop, where we present the action between access to AC and to AC. So I come back to the presentation. 2016 access for SMEs, we go forward to access to AC. In 2019, still in the same way with the support for the private access to financing. This is why we spend a lot of time, a lot of effort through the Euro Equity platform. This is an historical action that we give through one task in these two projects, financing and support via European Commission. Right now, EEN2EIC is a project in a whole work package to the support of Seal of Excellence financed for ESMIA, European Commission, through the support of EEN network. It means we take the role as EEN members to support this enterprise. As we present always, is the first opportunity that the European Commission give us to support directly and take the role, the principal role to support of Seal of Excellence. And this contract start from the new AC accelerator. It means the first cut off in June 2021. This is why we take the Seal of Excellence from this date. So if you have another question for the subject about the court, when we start the support, this is the reason why.
Thank you, Emilio. Ellen, is more clear now, or you need other information? Ellen, please, you raised the hand. Ellen, you are muted.
Sorry, apologies. Yeah, in terms of the dates when the things start, when the cases go back to, it's clear. Though, and I understood from a colleague from the TG Research and Innovation that they said that in like the results we have to report through the EEN2EIC platform, but in terms of time spent on cases, can we report that under our grant agreements in our timesheets, or is that completely separated from that, like purely administratively?
Yeah, as far as it's concerned with the EEN2EIC project, you don't have a timesheet. You will receive the voucher as lump sum.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if somebody is within the project of the grant agreement and time is spent on EEN2EIC, is that then within work package 2, like regular support, which we already do on EIC candidates and seals of excellences, the follow-up, or is that not the case that we can report that?
I mean, if you provided with us, now you want to speak about call number 3, Seal of Excellence.
Yeah, this is the same question for this one. If you like the time spent on this, the lump sum, does it take into account that you also spent time yeah? staff time?
Our
And should that lump sum be taken out, like should that time spent on EEN2EIC be taken out of our timesheets for the grant agreement, or can we report the time spent?
No, listen, it's very simple. Our project is linked to the result. Okay, so you provided with assistance a company, a women-led company, and this women-led company presented the short proposal, applied. If the answer is yes, okay, you upload the case, and we will pay 1,300 euro. Okay,
so
without to asking like a timesheet, we only will ask that you report everything in our platform. Okay.
So it's purely result driven, and the timesheets can be within the grant agreement. Okay, that's clear. Thank you.
I think it's not needed timesheet.
No.
We will not need timesheet. Also for call number 3, for a seal of excellence support, we will not need timesheet. Only deliver the results from your actions. So it means organize the pitch session and support of companies.
Yeah. Oliena, want to intervene again?
Yes. I have one more question about call 3. As I understood, you need to have one node for each country. Yes, for country
each consortium. Each consortium. One node for each consortium.
For each consortium. Okay, thanks. I understood. And also, for example, we organize a special webinar on March for our startups. Can we this show as we already organized this webinar in the frame of ICT, because it was special seminar at the end of March, and how we have to show this our job?
But your question is linked. Your question about the webinar is linked to the role of the consortium innovation leader, like this webinar that we should.
No, this webinar was special webinar about accelerator program we organized for Ukrainian startups. We open registration to gather approximately 50 startups, and very detailed describe them how to submit accelerator project.
Listen, about it, we cannot include it because you still have not signed the contract. Okay, so first we should need, you are the consortium innovation leader. You have some capacity building activities, but we should first sign the contract. For the cases to be uploaded in the platform, we will take all the cases starting from the beginning of the project, that is the 1st of September. But for the activity of a workshop and to organize in the future, we need to start the action with a contract.
And when do you plan to submit, and how long?
Really shortly, as soon as we select the local node. So after, now we postpone the deadline to the 5th of May. So let's consider 15th of May, we will sign this contract with you. Okay. Okay, Emilio, Brian in chat, yes, that some EEN consortium can present more than one local node if it deem it appropriate. Yes, we write it also in the question and answer.
I can shortly take the question from Krzysztof. I see that our time is running, but about the one-on-one cross-border meetings. So yes, you can organize it also online and face-to-face, but the point of these meetings is to really understand what's the unmet need from your companies and then find the expert who can really help them. So for that, you have a budget of 2,000 euros. You can spend it. We can discuss how you can spend it, either for the expert to come physically or to join maybe a few times via online. But we encourage you to use this budget to really get help from foreign EN experts who can really answer some questions for your startups which are needed for them to successfully apply. So for more elaboration, I can maybe tell you after in the email, just to save the time. Thanks.
Thank you, Vitas. I think that we replied to all the questions. Colleagues, help me if
Marco,
I didn't see
something. Marco, there's one question for if we're gonna upload today's slides, so I'm gonna send them by mail to all the stall seals.
Yes, about the slide of Gregor's, we should ask. But about the other slide, I think that
and the recording probably.
The recording. Yeah, we will send Frederick. You are
yes, we will share it with
already reply. So I think that we can go to the conclusion. Thank you very much for participating. We expected a lot from all of you, and we will work together, as I said, for more than 2 years. Today we will send the invitation for the training with InnoLoop, the training on the Lightroom project for the 12th of May. So we will send it to you and to all the local nodes already registered in the platform. It will be an interesting opportunity to learn more for some of you. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you to all my colleagues, and see you the 12th of May. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.